There are so many Pokemon nowadays. I think we have, what, over 800 now? Each Pokemon has their own unique design and traits that make them what they are. Some Pokemon have inspiration from real-life creatures, and some are even based around inanimate objects. Either these Pokemon have really amazing designs, or they have completely terrible ones, where I asked Ken Sugimura if he was drunk when creating these. Today, I want to count down some of those terribly designed Pokemon. Rather than get into the typical top 10, oh, this is my opinion, blah blah blah, you're not excused just because it's your opinion, Mystic. Yeah, I know that whole speech. I've heard it so many times. I've been doing this for what, 3 years now? I'm saying this now because this is one of those videos, so don't get too triggered if your favorite Pokemon winds up on the list. They're just Pokemon, there's no need to turn this into a war. So be mindful of my opinion and other people's opinions for the sake of being courteous. Anyways, with that being said, let's begin calling out these badly designed Pokemon. Okay, starting out with the tie, we have the bug Pokemon, Volbeat, and Illumise. I know they are supposed to represent a Maestro, but my god, are they just ugly. With the Firefly aspect thrown in, I never want to find these ugly bugs in the wild. Now, you may ask why I think they are badly designed. Let's first address Volbeat. He looks like an overweight Maestro who can barely put on his tux anymore, but still thinks he's the best around, and nothing can ever take him down. He's got a super dumb expression that not even a mother could love, and he just looks plain lazy. Illumise isn't as bad as Volbeat, but it still doesn't get a pass. Can someone explain how they can even fly with those tiny wings? I think even the Bee movie has a better explanation than this crap. I would have loved to see the rejected idea for the Monkey Trio back from Generation 5, because I bet they would have been better than Pansage and Simisage. For God's sake, I can find better Fakemon design for a monkey on Google. These two Pokemon, where do I start? Pansage looks like they just couldn't think of what else they could do to a monkey. Make it a grass type, so they put a stalk of broccoli on its head, and Simisage looks like a rejected pet from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with an even more forgettable stand than half the cast. If I had it my way, we would just throw these two horribly designed Pokemon into a Charizard fire and just forget that they existed. I know this is kind of cheating that all I had so far are duos on this list, but they are so iconic together that I had to keep them together. These two are the last, I swear. So let me describe this last duo to you. So one shorter than the other, both have red eyes, and are super jumpy and look like they have the munchies. Who are these Pokemon? It's Watchog and Patrat. It is so frustrating to make this Route 1 Pokemon when the ones that come before it are just so much better designed. I don't even hate Generation 5. This duo just looks like they've been in California way too much, having some recreational fun. Yeah, I can't do this anymore or else Officer Jenny's gonna arrest me. I swear the baggie's not mine. Why did Oshawott, one of the cutest starters, end up looking like a very lazy reimagining of an otter in Samurott? This isn't the only Generation 5 starter on this list, but I feel like Game Freak really dropped the ball on this one. Get it? Drop the ball because otters play with balls? That sounds really bad. Anyways, I don't get it. Why was Oshawott and Duat on 2 legs but Samurott is on all 4s? It would have been so much cooler if it stayed on 2 legs and they really made it look like a samurai. They looked badass. But no, we got a lazy 4-legged otter that pales in comparison to its pre-evolutions. I swear I'm not hating on Gen 5, but come on man, there are a lot of really bad Pokemon designs that come out of it. And I'm just gonna say right now, Garbo Durr is not on the list! Druddigon just so happens to be another shining example of this. It's like the Pokemon company just hired a bunch of interns and let them go wild designing some of the Pokemon out of this generation. The only blessing is we have Hydreigon as a pseudo-legendary and not Druddigon, and I am so happy that we do. Let's first get this out of the way. It looks like a child drawing that somehow ended up in the final cut of Pokemon, and don't get me started on its green and more green and its god vomit looking shiny form. I seriously don't get why we have this thorny dragon in the first place. It really just doesn't fit in with all its other dragon counterparts. There are so many better design ones out there. So what happens when Junichi Masuda gets drunk and tries to draw a Pokemon? Well, the answer is Electrode. This Pokemon is just a Pokeball turned upside down with a stupid smile and eyes. Like seriously, I know this Pokemon came out in Generation 1, but it just disappointed me when you put it next to Pokemon like Raichu, Magneton, and Electabuzz, and stopped this Pokemon from entering our games. It's just a Pokeball, and I don't get why no one pointed that out and stopped this Pokemon from entering our games. Like, A Pokeball, a cool concept. But really, flip it upside down, you draw a face and oh hey guys, look, it's a Pokemon. Hey, Jinchu Masuda, can I put this in the game? Yeah, sure can, you got it, dude. Granted, it is a lot of fun to throw apples at it in Pokemon Snap, but it's just a horrible, lazy design. All it does is destroy Nuzlocke when it just decides to blow itself up. Okay, so I think this is the part of the video where I'm gonna get a bunch of hate. This by far is something I feel I may get some hate on, but I think Salamence is a horribly designed Pokemon. Now hear me out, before you get your tar and feathers in a bunch. You have to suffer to try and get a Bagon, which is like a 1% chance. Then you gotta suffer to get to level 50 where you finally get a flying croissant. Like, seriously, this is the pseudo-legendary, and its Mega just makes it even look worse. Dragonite was the OG dragon. We don't need this. It's overrated, I will admit it's strong, but I still dislike the design. I am sorry. See, kids, this is why steroids are so bad. Look how cute Litten and Torracat are. But Incineroar? My god, what happened? This again is another starter line that started out with so much promise, but ended up just falling flat on its face. I get it's based on a wrestler, but there were so many other routes I could have taken. The typing is good, fire and dark, but it isn't just something I want on my team. Incineroar just looks angry all the time, and coming from two adorable cats to the Hulk was a total failure of the design on this Pokemon. It's a firefighting type, okay? It's not a fire dark type. It was a cool attempt, guys, but we all know that it was a firefighting type. I'm missing its fire dart. No, it's firefighting. Look at its design. Look at its moves. It's a firefighting type, Game Freak. Stop covering it up with the typing. So I know a lot of us have seen the movie Moana and seen how cute the pig is and how cute a pig Pokemon would be. And you'd be right with Tepig, but once again, its final stages just kills it. Pignite is a worse designed Pokemon than Emboar. I just don't get Pignite's design. Let's just move on to Emboar. Let's be honest though, Endeavor, the hero from My Hero Academia, he's the only one who could honestly pull off this look. And what's up with that tail? Did it get in a fight with some electric Pokemon that permanently zapped its tail poofy? I get the whole motifs of the journey to the west, but Infernape pulls it off so much better. Infernape, you are and should be the last firefighting Pokemon, and also props to Blaziken because Blaziken's pretty cool as well. Who remembers Nigel Thornberry? Well, I do. He was from a Nickelodeon show called The Wild Thornberrys, and it seems like when coming up for the evolution for Nosepass, he was the inspiration in some horrible way. Somehow, due to a horrific design, Nosepass goes from a dorky yet cute-looking Pokemon to a Probopass, a giant floating head with mustaches the 70s are even jealous of. Seriously, who thought this was even a good evolution? We didn't ask for it. And it's not just the facial hair that bothers me. What is up with that nose? It's not called Nosepass 2, so why is it so big? It just looks like someone looked at Nosepass, stripped away anything that made it cute and just made it bigger with facial hair. Jay Leno's chin and Nigel Thornberry, fusion, ha! And you get Probopass. This Pokemon sucks. Well, that pretty much wraps up my top 10 worst designed Pokemon. I think all these Pokemon aren't necessarily bad for what they're based on. I just feel like some of these were lazily designed for what they were meant to be. However, I do appreciate what they were intended to be, most of them anyways, and of course, there are also really well-designed Pokemon out there too. What Pokemon do you feel are the worst designed though? Share yours in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, why not leave a like and subscribe to my channel with notifications on, that way you never miss an upload. If you want to support me further, consider following my Twitch where I stream a lot of Pokemon content like shiny hunting, showdown battles, and even Pokemon Mission Engine Explorers of Sky speedruns. I'm currently in partnership push for Twitch, so if you guys could come down and support, I would love that a lot. Want to support me further and gain cool perks? Check out my Patreon. Fly, Jubilee, and Daniel Leon, and I want to thank them personally for going above and beyond. It means the world to me. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. I'm Mr. Gumbrand, and I will see you in the future for some more awesome Pokemon content.